So the first thing I noticed about this manga is that Shoko already knows that Sukuna and Gojo are really, really losing their stamina. They are really, really tired. They're really, really burnt out at this process, and we can see that she even knows that, especially for Gojo, because of the fact that his healing isn't as effective or isn't as efficient as it like normally is on a normal basis. So they know that they are really, really draining themselves out. And one thing I even noticed about around her is the cigarette butts on the floor and the rest. Like she's just going through it, she's just smoking and smoking. But one thing I'm thinking, which is this is not even related to the manga, is does it even affect her in any way? Because we all know that she has reverse course technique, right? So I don't think that the normal effect that cigarette will have on a normal person, she's going to experience it. Because even if she does experience it, she can just use reverse technique to like heal herself back. So that has to be one of the most coolest thing ever, because once you think about it, that means you have all the benefits of smoking and all the side effects. You can actually just like bypass it. Like that's just crazy. So Gojo contemplates on the last time he has had this kind of battle before, and the first and the only person that we know pushed Gojo to the limit is Megumi's father, and that fight was incredible. Like just watching it again in the JJK season 2 was just amazing. Now Gojo punches Maharaga, and that shit was mad. You know that Maharaga felt that punch, and immediately Gojo wanted to take Maharaga out, and he wanted to eat him with the red. We also saw that Sukuna used the shadow rabbit to make Maharaga escape. Now, there's one thing that this confirms. This confirms that Sukuna wasn't knocked out. He was probably stunned, because that's what I felt happened in the last chapter. Because people said that he was knocked out, people said he passed out. No, I felt that he was stunned. So for a couple of minutes, you are trying to get yourself back, and you are not able to move. So that's what I felt happened. He was probably stunned, and from there, he wasn't really able to do a lot of things. But once he was able to get himself back, he started supporting Maharaga. And so the jumping begins. Sukuna and Maharaga teaming up together, and Sukuna throws the fire extinguisher towards Gojo. But one thing I noticed, or one thing I'm speculating, is that Sukuna used cost energy to reinforce the fire extinguisher, because that is the only way that would make sense. Because Gojo has the size you get, so he should be able to see, irrespective of even if Sukuna used his cost energy to reinforce the fire extinguisher. And he uses that opportunity to fire a piercing blood, just that it isn't blood, it's actually water. He's using that because of the 10 shadows. When Sukuna does this stuff, even it's only God that knows what is happening. And we find out that Gojo is affected because anytime Maharaga interacts with Gojo, the infinity goes off. So that is the only way Sukuna can attack Gojo, is when Maharaga is attacking Gojo, right? So I still feel that there's a handicap in all of these things, because at the end of the day, it's only when Maharaga is in physical contact with Gojo that Sukuna can actually drop a solid attack towards Gojo, right? So yeah, I still believe that Gojo still has the advantage, yeah. And Gojo thinks that this is just going to be like a 2v1, but Sukuna proves him wrong as per usual by summoning a new shadow technique. But this is not actually a new one, this is a totality, because it's combining probably 4 to 3 shadows together to actually form this one. And the name of the shadow is called Agito, which is the design, I won't lie, it's a bit flat to me. I expected more, but forget the design, we are looking at the functionality, right? And so it's an official 3-on-1. So the jumping is about to start. We all know how JJK loves doing their jumping every time, and it's so funny because even Gojo says it, that the way Sukuna looks is as if he's an alien boy surrounded by 2 grown-ups, because I won't lie, Sukuna is like a child in the middle of both of them. And the fighting begins. Sukuna tries to take advantage of attacking Gojo, but Gojo stops, Gojo dodges. Maharaga comes, Gojo finds a way to dodge and fires Maharaga with a direct red, and we can see that Maharaga tanked that attack. So now Gojo knows that red is not going to cut it. So the only thing left, according to Gojo, is to use a new technique. And now I can't really wait for that new technique, because I know that technique is going to be mad. And the name of the technique is Unlimited Halo Technique. I can't wait for next week, because we all know that shit is going to hit hard. Like, it's going to hit harder than anything. And for the fact that we all know that it's going to be one of the most powerful technique, at least from what Gojo says, that's going to be mad. Just like the only drawback is, even Gojo said it, first the charge time is there. And the fact that, because for you to use the technique, which, and this is just what I believe, that means you have to charge your course power, right? And as you are charging it, Sukuna will be able to pick up that this guy is actually preserving, this guy is charging his course technique. And from there, that's where I believe that things will get tricky, because Gojo has to find a way to land that attack. And I'm sure it's going to happen. I am 100% sure Gojo is going to land that attack. That's why I said that JJK is so unpredictable, because we don't know what is going to happen, honestly speaking. I know that Gojo is going to land the attack, but I know that it's not going to kill off Sukuna. I am 100% sure. I still believe Sukuna will win this battle, of course, but that's just my opinion anyway. Who knows what will happen actually. So yeah, that'll be all for this manga review. I know it's a bit short, but I had to just put it out there. And this manga review, if I had to rate it, I'm going to rate it about like 7/10. It was nice, it was cool, but I believe it was a bit too slow. Like, they need to really pick up things. We need to see a lot of like mad things happening. But I'm gonna enjoy this manga overall. I can't wait for next week. And who felt the new JJK thriller, the season 2 that they just dropped about like a couple of hours ago? I think it was mad, especially the ending when we saw Sukuna using his flame arrow or whatever they call that technique. Like, I can't wait to watch that anime, and I'm definitely going to do a review on it per episode. That will be my YouTube thing. So yeah, that will be all for today, guys. I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, support, like the channel, do your normal thing. I really do appreciate that. We're trying to grow this channel together. And yeah, do have a nice day.